So here's the box for the Bluetooth kit of a Toyota Prius 2008. It didn't come with the Bluetooth, it just had the regular radio, so I ordered this, and it came from a vendor on eBay. Just a quick review of what's in here. So right here's the box. It's pretty generic. This is just a car audio adapter, a couple of icons. I think what this probably indicates is a hands-free phone, HFP. If you look it up, Bluetooth, it's a Bluetooth profile, and I think this probably indicates A2DP, and that's the one that does the music streaming. And then that's all it says. So there's no real model number around it. And I've already opened it. I'm actually about to return it. But for those folks who just want to see what you get before you actually order, so here's the manual, and it actually comes with all of these. You got the aux port, there's remote control. It says Android and iOS mainly because of the Bluetooth connectivity. Hands-free phone call, so again that is the HFP, which is really coming through related to the Bluetooth. And then wireless media streaming, so that's really the A2DP profile, again related to the Bluetooth. And then here it says USB and music charging, so really it has a USB port. And we'll go through the rest of the manual in a second, but here are the different components that come with it. I won't take it out of the package because it'll take a second. So if you guys are ordering and you want to see what comes in it, in a much more, I know they have pictures on the eBay, but so here's the remote, and it works pretty well, but and you'll see there's a little space back here, mainly because this is meant so you can stick it somewhere on your dashboard. So if you need to use that, use the remote function of that, right? The manual says here, you'll see there's a negative sign for volume to decrease the volume. I forget if it's, I think you have to hold it, and then it's supposed to do it. It's a little strange. And then if you hold it, that's when the volume goes down. But if you click it, it goes forward. But then I don't know how you're supposed to scan this. And I think this should be pause and play, or if you hold it, it switches the modes. At least that's what it was supposed to do. It didn't really do all of that. And this is, we'll get into those in a second. I'll put everything away, but anyway, this is the aux cord, right? So this is so that you can connect to this device. Maybe I'll re-edit this, but those are the other components. Here's the main piece, right? So let's look at the main piece. I think on eBay it said Bluetooth. It had a Bluetooth kind of label on there, but now it just says car audio. But it's pretty nice. I mean, if you listen to it, it is pretty plastic. It's plastic, but it looks very metallic. I think they make it look like an amplifier that goes in the back of your car, but you can see it's pretty small. But you know, it works more or less. So here, we'll flip it around. So there's the USB port where you can plug in a USB music, you know, put music on a USB stick. I don't know if anybody still does that. So it's allegedly supports that. There's the aux port that I'm talking about, right? So that's where you can plug this guy in and then plug the other end into your phone, and that worked. I tried that. However, one gripe on that is you can't really switch the modes. You don't use the phone or even the remote to determine whether it's going to be auxiliary or whether it's going to be remote. And it's not even on the other end of the pin. It is this side. So you have to plug it out, plug it back in to enable auxiliary mode. So that was kind of inconvenient. Very. So that means you can't tuck this into the back of the dashboard behind the radio and close everything up, because then you're never going to be able to switch that. So this needs to be somewhere closer, like inside the glove compartment, to utilize the auxiliary feature. Then over here you have the microphone, and that's probably the primary reason I'm going to be returning this. But you plug the microphone there, and oops, sorry, not that one. Sorry, I didn't show you this other one. Here's the microphone, it's pretty neat. I mean, they tried to make it kind of helpful. So you'll see there's this little holder, with a 3M sticker, so you can kind of put this somewhere on your dashboard so that you can put the mic there, and then I guess take it, remove it from there and clip it, clip it to your shirt while you're talking, and then hand it to someone else when I don't know. So that's kind of strange. It's a really nice long cord. I think it's meant so you can run it through the inside of the car and up through. They call it the A board or A post or something like that. But it basically is right above the driver's side window where you can run the wire through it, through the rubber, and then close it up. So it looks nice. Other folks have done that. Anyway, so this is where that mic goes for that. I'll talk about that in a little bit more in a second. And then remote, right? So that's where you plug the remote in. Yeah, and then and again, so this is for when you have a head unit or a car radio where it has a port for. Yeah, let me show you that part. Right, so this is the most critical part. Is this right here? You got 6 pins. You got 6 pins above, 6 pins below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And actually, I thought this was pretty neat. They don't even show this in the diagrams on the eBay posting, but you have this. This has like a fuse box, so I thought that was really good. Like, just so you know that this is not just an empty box like that. So I thought that was really robust, because this was this whole other component to this. But so that's good. Close that up. This is where the magic happens, because this is assuming that you have a CD, a CD player in the car, and that the CD player is CD changer compatible. And I presume, it's for head units that have a, yes, CD changer compatible, but where the CD changer isn't there, or even if it is, then you have to get a Y splitter cable. But if you don't have the CD changer, this is where that plugs into, in the back. It was difficult to find it was difficult to find any real pictures of that, but they had a really good diagram over here. You'll see there. So this is probably going to be incredibly valid to folks, as right there, CD changer port. See, plug that in, and then you can see how everything else gets plugged in. And so the reason I'm showing this, the way you function is, once that's in there, the CD, the head unit, it'll have an additional option that's a CD changer. So when you push, in my case, this is just a generic picture, but there's the disc button, or on the steering wheel there's the mode button. When you click through the mode, it goes through AM, FM1, FM2, CD, and then it'll come to CD changer, and that's what the display will show. But it will actually then enable this device. And then if it's with Bluetooth, you can look for it. I think it's Apps2 Car will be the Bluetooth name on your look for that on the phone, and you connect to it, and it makes a nice sound, and then it's connected. And so that part works. But the part that part works, it will not show the text of the music. I read somewhere that I thought it would be displaying the ID3 tags. It doesn't display that. I think it just says Apps2 Car. I forget what it says. And then also but the main thing is really the microphone. So this is where, right, you plug the microphone in, and talking, people can sometimes hear me, but sometimes they can't. And I think it's a software thing in here, because when I tried testing just recording, using the recording app on the phone, it actually sounds pretty good. But it's only when calling where the problem happens. And that's really when I found there are these different profiles called HFP, hands-free phone call, and then A2DP, the music streaming. So I think something with this software, and I was trying to see if that could be updated on this one, and I didn't find anything. So that's why I was going to try a different device. So check out But if you're okay with some of those shortcomings, you're more than welcome to try this. One more thing is also on that USB port piece. It does charge, but it charges at, it says 5 volts. So I don't know if there's another, because there's another version of this device. They have, it's called BTI version 1, BTI version 2. This is version 2, where you can use that, USB for playing music as well as charging. Here you can see. So I wonder if the USB version 1 actually has a faster charger, which is what would be more valuable to me. Alright, so here you can see all the stuff in the diagram. There you see. BTI achieves hands-free HFP and Bluetooth music play, A2DP via car stereo. Alright. Hope you guys found this helpful. And that it can actually help bring Bluetooth and even possibly auxiliary to your car, but I'm going to try a different device and see how that turns out. Alright, give me a thumbs up. Leave comments below. I think that's how that works. And have a good day.